Hey guys, welcome to Kipoerneke's Corner. I'm over in Everquest Legends, and I am in a fight, it looks like, with a greater skeleton over in Befallen. So, looks like we've got a greater skeleton and a necro initiate here. Now, I have been doing some things. I've been rearranging my hotbars some, and I don't know if this is better or worse, but I feel like I might be able to see things a little bit better this way. I'm not sure. I've also moved around my hotbars, and I feel like this might work out. I figured out how to make a macro for the fishing, foraging, and rock picking, so that it's just one button and it's over there out of the way. So, been busy. We got some turquoise here. Let's go ahead and auto store that. And if this helps you guys at all, this is where I'm at on the map in Befallen. If it doesn't help me at all, maybe it will help you if you know what this place looks like better than I do, which is pretty easy to do. Basically, if you know what it looks like at all, then you know what it looks like better than I do. I've also been trying to get my disarm skill up. I've just been using it on everyone to try to get the skill up, whether I think they need it or not. I found out that I could turn the spell, what do they call this? The spell window, something like that, sideways, and put it in the same area as my other hotbars. So that feels like it'll ultimately be a good thing. We have these charred bone keys. I think those are probably used for in here, so we'll just set those to auto loot. Then we have star rose quartz, probably not used for in here, so let's just auto store one. Alright. Now, oh, I fell. How did I fall? I have no idea. Definitely fell. Looks like I'm in a fight with just an icebone skeleton. Now we got that other guy down. So, got a couple of bone chips there. And it looks as though I'm pretty close to leveling again, 95%. This leveling stuff goes pretty fast here in Befallen. Somebody had told me to come here, and I think it was probably a good idea because I'm now like level 17, it looks like. I've also found out that you can't fish, forage, or lockpick while you're in battle. So if you try clicking it, it does this. Can't do it while attacking. And that was a level up, so now I'm 18. I don't know if I got anything. Somebody told me one way to find out, but I kind of think this way will work fine too. It looks like we did get something new. I think we didn't have Spirit of Cat before. Fills your target with the Spirit of the Cat, increasing their agility for 45 minutes. Okay. So I had something. Was it? I don't know. I don't think it's Spirit of the Cat. We've got Feet like Cat, but not Spirit of the Cat. I think this is going to be the replacement for Feet like Cat. Agility is going to go up. I don't know how much. But I suspect more than what it currently is, right? So it feels like it might make sense to go ahead and load the spell set buffs and then try to change out this Spirit of Cat for the Spirit or the Feet of Cat, right? The Feet like Cat? Okay. What gives me Feet like Cat? Not strengthen, not spirit sight. Here's Feet like Cat. There it is. Okay. So let's take this one off of the bar and then try to drag this one onto the bar. I think that'll work. Hey, Forge Father, how you doing? All right, we drag that on, and now I think we want to right-click this and probably save this as our buffs again, right over this. And then I haven't used that yet, so I think we use it. Spirit of cat. Maybe. Oh, yeah, right. Have to close this window first, then we can use it. Spirit of cat. And then we'll right-click and switch back over to the adventuring bar. And hopefully we won't be attacked in the meanwhile, but you never know. This place respawns very quickly, I've found. Which, of course, has benefits and detriments to that for sure. Okay, so we have gotten the new set of stuff on. Maybe that'll be good. And let's see. All right. Oh, you know what I didn't do was try to fish or forage or any of that stuff. Or use my amulet or boots. Now, I'm thinking it doesn't actually matter if we do the fishing and lockpicking if we don't have, like, the fishing rod on and somewhere to fish. Or something to lockpick. But, it's alright because it's one single action, doesn't take anything, and I can just click this button for all of those sorts of feeds. Feels like that's a good thing to do anyway. So I can click that, you know, between every few fights or something. And I think it'd be pretty good to go there. I apparently failed to rearrange these. I meant to put the Tainted Breath over here and the Spirit Strike over there. And my goal there was so that I could go root and then dot and then strike. But unfortunately, I failed in my goal. Ah well. I'm also trying to remember to disarm periodically. I did not see a way to make that go off by itself. So, one thing to remember is if you start getting guys behind you, you want to back up so that those guys will now be in front of you and they sometimes won't hit you as hard from the front. Also, if you're an ogre, which I am, you can't be stunned with like a physical hit from the front, but you can from the back. So you definitely want to get these guys in front of you and not behind you. I'm currently in the skeletal form because he's just a lot smaller than my ogre form. It's very helpful. This is actually a named rehatcher. So you know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and switch to this guy so that I can root him. And then we'll switch back over to Gynok and pull him a little bit away. Deal with him on his own. We'll try disarming him. I don't think that I've managed to actually disarm anyone yet. I've made an effort at disarming, but I haven't managed it. We've got this copper ring +1. Let's go ahead and auto merge and then loop. And I think after this fight, I'm going to try to rearrange my Tainted Breath with my Spirit Strike again, so that I can have them going in the right order. Okay, so let's go to the K, and then we right-click on Tainted Breath, and I wonder if I can drag this. I can. It's great. Alright, so I was able to just drag that one over, and then the other thing we want there is the Tainted Breath. There it was. I just went right by it. So we drag that down onto this bar. Now we can close this. And this time, I'm going to remember to right-click over here and save this spell set as Adventure. There we are. Much better, I think. Now we got an elf skeleton over there. Let's put a root on him and see who all comes running. Looks like just him. So we'll get some of these tainted things on him. I also failed to do the fish, forage, and lock thing again. Forage, rather, not forage. I think I keep saying forage, but I mean forage every time. I don't know why I'm saying that wrong. Although I do need to check out the foraging and the various things like cooking and whatnot, all the crafting stuff. I would like to check out, maybe I have enough stuff to do some of that with at this point. Not really sure. I guess, I did a little bit of cooking one day. My evocation is going up pretty quickly here. The root's about to wear off. There it goes. So now we beat on him. There we go. Okay. The floor is somewhat broken in this area, I notice. Okay, so we're going to pull these guys back here. And then I think I'm going to root this footman and then back up. Ideally. Or run into the wall. I don't know, something. That's fine. Right here is great. Where we can't see? Yeah. I've also lost my target or something. Alright, great. Got it. Getting beaten up here, so I suppose I'll do some heals. Boy, that was a mess. Oh, I see what's happening. I'm getting stunned or something. That's why I'm not being able to do anything for a minute. I think it's, it must be some kind of a stun. I wonder who casts it. How can we tell? Don't know. Might get killed before I find out. Sure did. Wow, that was interesting. I've definitely got to figure out how to tell when they're casting something like that. Or how to see more clearly when I'm stunned. I wish that the detrimental effects was in a different window than these effects, so that I could see when those things get put on me. But alas, alack, that is not the way. So, let's right-click over here, we're going to click on buffs, and then we're going to put all of these things on, or we're going to get attacked by a gray guy, another option. Alright, so we'll practice our disarm while we're here. What a shame that I am in the position that I'm in. Fighting gray guys, low health. Surely I can make it through though. Where is this rat? There he is. You dirty rat. Okay, so that was an interesting adventure there. Back to buffs again. Once we get them all on, we can cast them and then switch back to adventuring. And then, you know what? Hey, why don't I, in the middle of this, do the fish forage button there? And then probably by the time I'm done casting all of the things, I can do it again. At the very least, I'm getting my foraging skill up when I click that. So far I haven't actually gotten anything from it. But maybe we will. Who knows? I like the way I was able to do with the bard buffs and no, not bard buffs. It's shaman stances and berserker stances. That way they're one on top of the other, and I can have the front two be the ones that I'm normally in, and the other ones the ones that I switch to sometimes. Now let's go ahead and cast these things, make myself smaller, give myself a little bit more speed, and then we'll put let's go to the... Now let's see, I don't know if this actually is working or not. Recovery Invocation. Begin reciting the Recovery Invocation. It says, you regenerate mana twice as fast, and spells have a 5% reduced mana cost. Out of combat regen is not affected. So, I had assumed that that would make us not be able to do anything else. I wonder if that's something that you can do maybe if you're in a group and you don't have the aggro. Maybe you could do that to recover faster during battle, because I bet as soon as I cast something... Let's just try casting Strengthen. Okay, so we can cast Strengthen out of recovering mode. Interesting. So then I guess the question I have is, why would I not have Recover on at any given moment? Don't know. Guess we'll find out. Let's load our adventuring set back on. It still has us in recover mode, so let's try casting something. Did that knock us out? It doesn't seem to have. I'm a little confused. I assumed that it would. Oh, I see. It's another stance. Okay. Okay, in that case, if that's the one that I had been... Well, that's funny. That's the one I had actually been using. And just forgot all about it, actually. Okay. Well, in that case, I suppose I will move this stance down to this bottom bar with my other stuff. And now I'll get out of recover mode and into divine out of recover stance, I suppose. Alright. Telling you what, I have no idea what I'm doing at any given moment. It's alright. I can probably do this button again. Got better at forage, great. Skeleton Rod does not like us hanging out in his little castle. What's interesting is that in Everquest 2, there's something that they call the chessboard, and it has the same pattern over in Stormhold. This place is clearly the same. Stormhold was patterned after this Befallen, even though Everquest 2 has a Befallen. It is not the same Befallen as this one, and this one is what is later Stormhold. It's interesting to see it, and like I said, there are things that are pretty clearly Stormhold, and one of them is this chessboard pattern, or the checkerboard pattern that they call the chessboard in there. I'm doing a whole lot of fizzling over here. Let's root the pet and then kill the guy. I really don't need to be using the spells on these guys. I just am doing it because I think I need to get my skills up in those arenas as well, right? I know I don't get any XP from killing these gray guys, but I may as well kill them, I figure, because I can, at the very least, get some gear off of them and get some skill practice in, right? I've also noticed that in this game you do not have to fall very far for you to get hurt by the fall. Let's go ahead and take out this initiate real quick, I think. It seems like these guys are not really affected by the Tainted Breath. I've been trying to cast Tainted Breath on it over and over. Let's see. Probably if I went to the combat window, it might tell me what's going on with that. Let's try it. You cast it, and it resists. So it's just been consistently resisting when I do that. Which makes a lot of sense, because honestly, why would skeletons be affected by tainted breath? Whether it's that your tainted breath is blowing at them, and I mean they can't smell it, or whether you're trying to make their breath be a little tainted. Either way, there's no real way that would matter to them in the slightest. We're definitely able to taint the breath on this guy, though. That is because he is a humanoid kind of guy, I think. And I don't know if the skeletons are immune to the tainted breath or if they are just very resistant to it, because it didn't say he's immune to it. It said he resisted it. Now, whether it meant he resisted it or that he was immune to it, who knows? I have no idea how that works. I wonder if the zombies get affected by tainted breath. Let's find out. You would think that they wouldn't. I mean, surely their breath is already tainted, right? Who knows what they must smell like. But it did not seem to have any effect on them, so I'm guessing they're not interested in the tainted breath either. Oh, really? A gray guy came and attacked me. How rude. I find that when they do that, I think it's when they're just barely gray cheese. They were very recently not gray. So before I go rushing into the next fight, I think I'm going to go into recover stance here. Now I'm going to look at these for fun. We got balanced stance. All incoming damage is reduced by 10%, and your chance to hit is increased by 10%. Endurance regen, including out of combat bonus regen, is doubled. Interesting. There's no endurance cost to upkeep this stance. So, endurance. I wonder, what does that mean? Endurance regen. Is this endurance? Is it health and endurance? Is that the phrasing in this game? I was going health and power, but maybe it's health and endurance. Maybe. Let's try some foraging. Yeah, we got some. Excellent. Probably by the time I finish regenerating, I'll need to go fight this guy again. So, why don't we come back this way and fight some grays while we wait, and then we'll power to come back up. We'll just do some melee fighting here. So that I don't use any of the power. Although, it might have been smart to switch back over into the correct stance first, even. I think I was using Divine. Spending mana will heal the group member with the lowest HP percentage by that amount. For every additional Wisdom class, this will repeat with a heal for 33% of the mana spent, which is pretty cool. This adds 25% plus 10% for additional non-hybrid casting class to HP spell effects at the cost of 20% more mana. And then we have Inviolable Invocation. Cast spells are uninterruptible at the cost of 100% more mana and the same amount as Endurance. Then we've got Inversion Invocation, shifts 2/3 of spell cast time into the global recovery time, and 20% of the mana cost into endurance cost. Okay, so endurance. What is endurance? Is the health, is that endurance? Maybe it is. That would make sense, right? Then we have Overchannel Invocation. Cast spells have a negative 150 resist adjust, plus another negative 15. For every non-hybrid caster class at a cost of 20% of the mana cost in endurance. And then, of course, there's Recovery Invocation, which we've already read. Alright, now, there's a guy down here, maybe, who's named. He doesn't look like he's here right now, but sometimes he is. Let's Let's try a route on this guy. And then we'll select the second guy. Well, speed up a bit. Maybe. Or get beaten up a bit by, maybe. Another possibility. With a periodic disarm now and then. I was just thinking the skeletons don't actually appear to be armed, and so I was wondering if you could knock one of their arms off with disarm. That would be hilarious. Whether or not we can actually disarm them, again, like I said, they may not have anything to disarm, and so we may not be able to disarm them. But whether they can or not, at the very least, it's getting my skill up. So good enough, you know. Now I don't know if there's just some guys who can't be slammed, maybe. But what I do know is that the slam doesn't actually seem to do anything. Let's, well, I don't know that it doesn't do anything. I just don't know what it does, because it never gets used. It's kind of odd. I have it on autocast. Oh wait, yeah I do. It's set to autocast. So it should cast, oh whoops, just I undid it. Let's try that again. Alright, auto activate. It was already auto-activated, so this implies... Oh, there's the footman who sometimes attacks with those guys. Let's root him. And then I guess open the door. Try to hit him with some things. He doesn't actually get affected by the... tainted breath, because he too is a skeleton. I think. Just like the... well, maybe he does. Who knows? Let's see. We'll try it again. No, he doesn't. I didn't think so. Alright, we've got a gold ring +2. Let's auto-merge and then loot. And then toss a heal on. Slowly but surely, we've beaten up the guy there, the footman. Alright, now we're back here. We've been here a few times before. We got Guy Not Moltor in the crew. He hits pretty hard. My faction standing is not great. By the way, I also discovered some chat commands. How do we say that? I'm not sure. Text commands, maybe? And one of them is /faction. And it opens up a window so you actually can see what your faction is with various groups, but you have to know who you're looking for and look it up, which is kind of difficult for me. Alright, we got an Ice of Velius here. Velius is in Everquest 2. In Destiny, well, Velius. Destiny of Velius was the expansion that brought that into play. So, let's see. I don't see what it does at all, so let's just auto-store this. and it put it in my trade skill depot, implying that it's a crafting item. Now, I think this is the area where you can end up getting quite a few things on you at once. Pretty easily. Including that named guy that I just killed. He respawns very quickly. I definitely did not chain the right person there because that guy was a caster, and I should have actually known that he was a caster. Why wouldn't he be, right? But that's okay. I want to kill the tier just next. And then, let's see. Got the Gossamer robes too. I already have, the Gossamer robes. I can't wear it. And I think I can't wear it because it's not, out for my class. So I'm just gonna auto-store it. And in this game, you can do, class loadouts and get different things later. So you may want to keep stuff that you can't necessarily wear yet anyway. I see that Ambient says, I'm unsure if they split Slam off the same cooldown as Bash / Kick, etc. I can ask real quick if you'd like. Oh, that's a good question. I didn't realize that it may be on the same timer. That would make sense. If so, certainly Frenzy and Kicker. You would think that it would make it grayed out, though, wouldn't you? If it wasn't auto casting. I don't know. It's very strange that it doesn't cast. That's for sure. So yeah, you very well may be right. I'm unsure either why I can't auto loot this thing. Auto store is maybe my storage is full. I don't know. Let's see. After this fight, I will check. Okay. Combat. Let's try auto store. And it says nothing there or there. Storage could possibly be full, I suppose. I have no idea how to find out. What if I just click oh, okay, it just can't be stored. Cannot store this item in either the Trade Skill Depot or the Dragon Horde. How odd. Well, okay, we could sell it, I suppose. It has a focus effect on it. Now, can't you remove these focus effects and put them on other things? That's what I heard somebody saying. Let's, I wonder what the focus effect is. Let's just loot it, maybe, and have a look. Maybe not stand right here, though. Right here is a bad place to stand, so let's come over here. Alright, we'll start that fight as I look at this situation. Okay. It has Summoning Efficiency 1, so that sounds like if you were perhaps a Necromancer or Conjurer. They just called Summoners in here? I'm not sure. Reduces the mana cost of summon creature spells by up to 25%. This bonus will decay on spells over level 20. So that's not especially useful for me. I may as well probably sold it, honestly. But again, another option would be just to merge it, because at some point I might want to switch to a summoner loadout. Who knows? Ambient says, yeah, it not graying out makes it seem like it's not shared, and it's just not triggering. That's what I'm thinking, too. If I recall correctly, it works off of the Bash skill. It's just for large races to be able to bash without requiring a shield. Do you think it would matter that I have the this illusion on? Would the illusion prevent me from being able to bash? Because I'm not currently appearing to be a large race? Or is this considered a large race? I don't know. A skeleton. Large race or no? No idea. Alright, let's do the fish button again. We got better at forage. Nice. Let's get a little closer to this door. And now we're in that room again. Been there before for sure. Let's get out of there and come to this door here. Ah, okay. So it's locked and we're not holding a key. Let's try pressing this button. We can't use pick lock on that. How strange. What can we use pick lock on if not a door? Oh, how interesting. I've been attacked by something. It's, 2 somethings, as a matter of fact. 3 somethings. Ah, this is unlikely to go well. Can I do something about that? Mayhap. I don't like it. No sense in rolling that guy. But I could perhaps root this guy. Nah, I've almost got him killed already. No sense in it, right? Maybe I can root a Shadow Knight. Who knows? I have no idea if that took or not, but we're gonna hope it did. And it probably didn't. Try to kill off that Dreadbone guy. Probably dies when we do here. We'll see. We will see. If I could manage to disarm the Shadow Knight, that would probably be helpful. We'll try. Attempt to disarm failed. Well, I'm shocked. We'll try again in a moment. It's a Bronze Rapier 1 there. Let's go ahead and auto-merge. And then loot it. Alright. It's kind of stabilized, but I'm gonna run out of power here soon if this guy doesn't die. I could root the other guy and back up, but I think this guy's close enough to dead that it would be better to just do this if I would get that guy into position a little bit better. Alright, that sounded like a level, which is cool. I think that's level 19? Yeah, 19. Let's try disarming him. Again, I don't know if you can disarm just a regular old skeleton or not. Alright, let's pack him to a safer spot, maybe, and go into recover over here. Ambient says if things are going terrible and you need a moment to gather your thoughts and adjust, swapping over to evasive stance can buy time. Evasive. Let's see here. Evasive stance. You have a 95% chance to evade all incoming attacks. Every point of damage evaded consumes 2 endurance, with a reduction based on your strategy skill. Evasion will fail if you have insufficient endurance or while playing dead. Okay, that's cool. That could be useful. 95% to evade all incoming attacks is pretty good. Ah, there's Gynon and Moltor. Great. Perfect timing on him respawning. Okay, let's root him. I don't know if he's a caster or not. I guess we'll find out. We're gonna try rooting him and then casting. Oh, I should not have cast the tainted thing on him. There's no way that's gonna hurt him. Oh, it did. It actually did take on. So, he's like a... I don't know if he's a zombie or if he's a mummy. What exactly he is. I'm in recover mode, though, and so I don't want to be getting hit too terribly much. If we can keep him over there, rooted. Especially if we can keep that dot on him as well, that'd be nice. Okay, he has broken his root and come running over to join us, but maybe we can do this whole number again. Alright, that worked. Alright, now, onward. Okay, I think I'll go back in there. That's probably safer than here because I just cleared this room, right? So let's finish our recovery in here. Maybe it would be a good idea while I'm here to also go into evasive just in case. Probably not though, because it says every point of damage evaded. Okay, well, alright. Consumes 2 endurance, it says. I'm not sure about that. It will only matter if we get spawned on, right? So I have another thought. Maybe I will recover right over here by the one I'm normally in and move evasive above it so that I don't have to search for it. Ambient says, okay, yeah, it looks like the illusion blocks land. Man, I was afraid of that. When you said it had to do with large races, I'm like, oh, okay, wait a minute. Comes with a strength from large race size. Could still bash if using a shield. Dual wield is much cooler though. Absolutely. Gagum Grim says, got some sleep and ready to explore. Nice. Indeed. Indeed. Alright, so I think then in that case I could unshrink, but I don't think I want to. I think I'm okay with just not using the slam for the moment. Let us click this forage button and go up a little bit there. Excellent. Now, let's switch back over into our normal stances and head on in. And there's a hardened skeleton right on the other side of the door. So far, I've consistently failed to disarm, and pulling back has also consistently failed to be effective. Let's go ahead and get the Acolyte first, I think. Can't disarm him either, turns out. Well, I've brought plenty of things into the fight, so that's something. So when we get the Acolyte down, then the pet goes along with him. Let's get the Theurgist next. He sounds like a caster. Grimfeather says, hey, good to see you back on. Thank you. Yeah, I think you were on last night whenever it crashed. This is unfortunate right now. Doing very poorly. Okay, let us auto-merge this. And then die. Alright, respawn. Alright, now... let's go to the buffs set again. So we load spell set with our buffs. And then put all these on. And then we can switch back to our adventuring spell slots, right? Sounds good. Okay, looks like all of them have gotten on so far. And you know what? I should have been in recover mode that whole time. Too bad, too bad. Let's go back to the adventuring stuff. Ambient says, Death's just build character. I have nigh infinite character. Oh yeah, I don't mind dying in this at all because there's no real repercussions. All you have to do is put your buffs back on, really. Otherwise, it's I think I prefer having some bad results from dying. Like I feel like I would try harder to live pay a little bit more attention if I had some sort of reason to. But that's okay. Oh yeah, let's try this forage again too. Oh, I got something. Ah, that's the first time I've gotten anything. How interesting. I was about to click my button and I saw something was in my way. It's fishing grubs. How lovely. How lovely. I have some bait. But now I have some fishing grubs. Amazing. Where's my bait? There's my bait. Maybe I should stick these sorts of things together. I do have them together. I'm just crazy. Alright. Let's move the bronze dagger out of this slot. Put my fishing grubs over there. Excellent. What a surprise. And we can get the disarm skill up now. At this point, it looks like we've out-leveled the skeleton Larod. Skeleton Larod has been out-leveled. Probably still attack me if I got near him, because he's probably not very out-leveled. But he's a little bit out-leveled. Grimfeather says a trick I would do for my forage was to tie it to my W key, so every time I walked forward and it was up, it would go off. That's amazing. I don't know how to do that. I have these 3 things set. That's actually brilliant. How can I... Okay, alright. Is it in the options? Is that where... Hotkeys? No, it's not in the hotkeys. Yeah, that's very good. I like that trick. However, it does mean that you have to walk forward in order to forage, but no, that's very cool. I've just been sticking it over here. I've got the fishing and the foraging and the lockpicking all on one button. So that if I need to do any of those things, I can just press that one button. Alright, let's attack this putrid skeleton. My understanding is that the bone chips are actually used for something, so... It seems that my lockpick skill has been completely useless thus far. Because the only thing that I've gotten to that was locked, and it said I couldn't use my lockpick skill on. Which is a great disappointment. You would think if something is locked and you have lockpick, that you could use the lockpick spell, or skill rather, and have at least a chance to pick the lock. But alas, that is not the way. So far, every attempt to disarm has failed. I'm at 46%. Now granted, that was a mage top. Maybe he didn't have anything on this person. The zombie, or the mummy here also did not get disarmed. So, I have no idea. How about this guy? Nope, no disarming on him either. Let's intimidate the pet, see if it gets scared. Can I intimidate anything? Normally, my intimidate doesn't work, and my disarm thus far has also not worked. I should kill the acolyte before I kill the skeleton. But I definitely want to get all of them in front of me. Ah, welcome back, Grimfeather. And I think that was an AA point that I just got there. I think that's what that sound meant. Alright, so... there's just the mummy left out of that group. Don't know that there'll be anything in here. Maybe in here. Who knows? Completed Mummy Dearest achievement. So that's cool. Let's attack these guys. And we'll try to disarm them. Oh, I accidentally played Chant of Battle instead of Light Healing. What a shame. Got a few skeletons on me now. Well, 2 skeletons and mummy, I suppose, to be fair. Gathering a good amount of motive infinitesimal potentials. I don't know really what those are used for, but I feel like once I need some, at least I have some, right? Whatever they are, gathering them up. Attempt to disarm failed, shockingly. Now let's see here. What if I go over to this fish forage and lockpick thing? And click it, and then what would I do? Would I assign a macro? I could assign a macro to it, right? But what would that do? Would that mean that it would click? It is a macro itself. So can you have a macro to click some macros? That's the question. I don't know. Grimfeather says, I see you ripping through single poles pretty well. Is it worth slowing them when you have a group? Slowing them? Is it worth slowing them when you have a group? Slowing their speed of the attacks, or what are we talking about when I have a group? Slowing the poles? I haven't been in a group yet, if that's what you mean. I haven't attempted grouping. I would imagine, yeah, I have no idea. My lingo is not there. Shaman has attack slow spells pretty early on. Okay, yes, okay, slowing their attacks. Alright, yeah. So I do have some slow stuff. I have one thing. Let's see if I can find it. That's the bellow. That's not what I'm looking for. This one is not it. That puts them to sleep. I've got that. Walking sleep, though, I think is the one you need. Listless. It inflicts your target with a listless fever, slowing their attack rate for like 3 minutes and 30 seconds. That's the only one that I know of. Oh. I have a new AoE. Looks like that's cool. That would be nice to have on the hotbar, but I don't know how because I have all of my spell gems full. It could be useful. I don't know if there's anything I would want to replace with that right now. Maybe the lullaby, because I haven't really had any use for that so much, because you can't cast anything else. Grimfeather, that's the one that slows their attack by 35%. Sure, yeah. Walking sleep. So far I haven't really worried about it too much. I've just been going in full bore and living or dying, you know. It's not something I've tried to do anything about, really. Here we have something else new. It must be from that level 19. Wind instruments. This sonnet surrounds your body with a light fog, allowing you to slip by many creatures undetected. The song also allows you to see invisible creatures. Well, that's interesting. That could be kind of neat. What do we have in here? A greater skeleton. Let's try to disarm. Get closer. Yes, I have to get closer so that I can start disarming him better. Alright, gotta forage up again. So I guess I got to like 22 or 23 forage before I actually was able to forage anything. Of course, granted, I would say that I'm probably not in the best place in the world for foraging because I am kind of in a dungeon. I would imagine that I would want to be out in the world where there's plants and things before the foraging really comes into play. Stuck in combat again there. I've noted that normally if the guys have a pet, you kill the guy who has the pet but not the pet, then you get stuck in combat. So yeah, I definitely could start like a little slow if I had it on my. And in fact, like I said, it may be a better one to put on here than the lullaby at the moment. Possibly it's the wrong button. I just found out that L takes you to this screen though, which is pretty cool. That'll be good to know in the future. I think I wanted to hit K. All right, and then if we take off the lullaby and put on, what was it? It was walking sleep. That may work a little bit better because it'll slow their attack. And there we go. Finally got it to click. All right, we'll try that. Close there. And then we'll save this as an adventuring set. Nope, it didn't. I loaded it as an adventuring set instead. We'll try that one more time. This time with gusto. Alright. There, and then save it as adventuring. Yes. Grimfeather says if you see a group, could pull the first mob with it. Yeah. Or there's been quite a few times when there'll be a named or something, and I might want to slow the named, and or you know, depending. I guess it's just the melee that it's slowing, right? Their attack rate. So I would assume that their attack rate just is for their for the melee units and not so much for the casters. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. So, like here, for instance, we have the footman. Now, he's definitely a melee unit. So, what I had been doing was something like rooting him and then going to the other guy and attacking him. And that's not what ended up happening there, it looks like, but that's okay. I thought I had slowed the other guy. I mean, not slowed, but rooted the other guy. Apparently I must have fizzled during the process. So that's fine too. Grim says you're smoking even cons and lower, yellow and above. I'd definitely pull it out. Yeah, I think it's, I don't know. It's hard to say. I could try going up to the next level of difficulty. We're currently on difficulty 1 in here. And I could try changing to like difficulty 2 or something like that because I am able to take on the reds right now. And I feel like probably I should go up to a level where I can't take on the reds very easily. But I have made no attempt to do so thus far. Alright, so we managed to not deal with this footman at all. Let's try rooting him and blasting him from a distance. Now it seems that they can break a root, just like that. And now we'll try slowing this guy. Alright, let's see here. Elf skeleton. We could slow him. I don't know if it's necessary, but at the very least we could get the ability to do so up. I do think that I like this setup better, moving the two combat type bars one above the other, and then having the target window and your personal window. I don't know what this is called, but the window that has all your stats in it right there beside it so that you can see that, and then putting the extended targets under it seems to be working out for me okay as far as finding what I'm doing. We've got a mallet head again. Now, I've looted one of those previously. I have no idea what you use a mallet head for. I'm just going to auto-store it. Maybe it goes for something. No idea. But we could start with a walking sleep and then go into combat. We got Gynoc hunts as well. I think what I'll do here is root Gynoc and then go back over to the highest bone skeleton, back up maybe a little, and beat on this guy. And again, maybe Gynoc is a caster, I'm not sure. He doesn't seem to be, though. It looks like his stamina is still at full. So, I feel like he's not doing a lot of casting over here. I've moved my group window over to the top up here because in Everquest 2 I have it up there, and so I'm kind of used to looking up there for group members, and on the off chance that I get into a group, I would want to be able to find their names up there, especially having the shaman class. Let's root this guy and then see if anybody comes running at us. I figured they would. There they are. Now let's back up some into this room, and that way we can fight these guys and not worry so much about repops. Well, not entirely true. This elf guy in here could certainly repop, but at least we won't be pulling somebody who's already up, is I guess what I'm trying to say there. The ads is the real thing to worry about. I think there's a named who is around this area, and he seems to be up pretty often, so... I wonder if we can see... No, we can't see detriments, as far as I can tell, on the guys in the extended window there. Grim Feather says, didn't you just kill the name that passed through there? Yeah, that was the Guy Rock or Gynoc, something like that. Guy Rock, maybe? But he repops really fast. I've been forgetting to forage. I don't know if there's a way to open a second of these bars. Kind of don't think there is. Which is unfortunate, because it would be very nice to have a second one for a number of reasons. One being, I accidentally got rid of my heal off of there. That's a problem. Let's go find the light heal. Probably I'll get popped on while I'm trying to find it. There it is. Light healing. Excellent. Right-clicking removes things, guys. Okay, it's locked and we're not holding the key to this. Now let's see. We'll try that lock picking business again. It didn't work before. It says you can't use pick lock on that. I really have no idea what you can use pick lock on. Thus far, every single thing has failed. Okay, this is the room that you can fall from upstairs into. And I don't know exactly how I fell into it. It's like there's a trap door. The elf skeleton has re-popped. Let's get him. That implies that Gyrock, or whatever his name is probably also going to re-pop. Pretty sure the tainted breath won't work on him, but it did. Okay, so I guess the tainted breath can work on the skeletons. Maybe they just have a high resistance to it. Full Life says, oh my goodness gracious. You're right, I didn't click back over into the divine stance. Thank you. I had recovered earlier, and then completely forgot what I was doing. Let's try to get this will-o-wisp too. Now, I assume that a will-o-wisp is a caster. Can you root one? Because it should also be flying, right? One would think it would be a caster. Theurgist will definitely be a caster. Let's try hopping over to him. Well, you know, now I'm having second thoughts, like maybe I should have just stuck on the one I was already on, but I feel like the Theurgist is going to go down a little faster. The will-o-wisp is a little dodgy or something. But will-o-wisp is next, for sure. Now we're getting some gnome meat and various kinds of meat in here, and I know that there's somebody who wanted some kind of meat, and I feel like they may have been in the tunnels, East Common Land tunnels, or West Common Land tunnels, maybe. I'm not sure of that, but I feel like it. They were definitely somewhere out there. Looking for some meat of various kinds. Maybe it was like some kind of elf meat. There's our guy. And his friends, too. See if we can get where we're in a better position here. And then we should be able to take these guys and then attack that guy. Hopefully. He's come back to us. Well, that was not as intended. I accidentally rooted the other guy instead. Shame. But now I've got them both rooted. Let's just try burning down the mummy. You know, let him not throw a beat on him. Just trying different things over here. Seeing what sticks. Okay. I don't have the right guy targeted. There we go. More like it. You have to get up close and personal with these guys in order to melee them at all. I should be pretty good at the healing by now. My skill should be definitively up. Let's try the porridge. Oh, we got something. What is it? Who knows? Let's see. It's a fruit. I have no idea what to do with fruit. Can we eat it? Let's try putting it in the eating spot. The worst part about switching over to that recover stance whenever I'm low on mana is that I have a bad problem of forgetting to switch back out of it. And I also don't think that the Tainted Breath has much chance to actually do anything to the skeletons. It has previously, but it feels like they must be pretty resistant to it, right? Got a ghoul here. He may be more interested in it. Let's try him. So we'll put Tainted Breath on him and then beat on the other guy. That seems to have worked alright. Got another AA point or something, I think. Stroby says, hello, how do stances work? Can you switch them on the fly? You can. Yeah, just watch, just like this. It's very fast, and you can even do it during combat. You do have to wait a little bit for cooldown to switch back, but not very long. So we switched over to recover right now. Life says, not sure, but since you're level 19, do you have healing instead of light heal? Not last time I checked, but you know what? Let's find out. Well, let's not, because we gotta fight this hardened skeleton right quick. We'll find out soon enough. Let's do walking sleep on this guy. And then beat on him a bit. I don't know that I necessarily need to, but why not? We're in recover mode still, unfortunately. Let's switch to Divine. Alright, now, do I have heal? It would just be called regular healing, huh? You know what? Somebody told me we could do this a different way. I don't know that it's a helpful way, though, because I don't have a blank slot to work with to go to find out if I have it by its type. So maybe I will go back to here. I feel like we can sort this. Window, maybe range? No, maybe not. Display taps. Maybe I can't sort this any better than you guys. Alright, let's go back to this. We're just gonna look for healing. You would think that it would be at the end if I got it, but I'm not sure if that's accurate. I did get healing. Very good. Good call on that. Let's try removing this and putting this room there. And then we have some other things as well. We've got this Sean's Sonorous Clouding. The sun surrounds your body with a light fog, allowing you to slip by. We saw that one a little bit ago. I didn't notice the healing at the time. We've got Largo's Melodic Binding. I wonder if that's an upgrade for something that I have. Melody encompasses up to 8 nearby creatures and magical bonds, slowing their attack speed. While that's cool, I don't know that I have it on here. It's definitely a melody. And it's singing. And it lasts for 12 seconds. So that is one. How much does it cost? I don't know. Maybe it's a free one? So that may be one that we could have playing all the time. Would it... Okay, we have currently Silo's Accelerando going. I don't know if that would be a good one to have on all the time, though. Because wouldn't it hit people as we walk by? Wouldn't it hit grays and everything? I'm not sure. Alright, then we have Cassandra's Chant of Clarity. A light melody that restores the mana of your feet. Now that sounds like a big thing, but that also appears to be something that's on all the time. or could potentially be on all the time. Alright, let's fight this crew here. Okay, let's, instead of doing all that other stuff, let's just go over to Dynot and slow him down, then go back to Icebone Skeleton. Attack him, let's try to disarm somebody, and then get some heals in. We have greater healing now, which means I'm going to fizzle a lot, probably. Maybe not. That was a pretty good little heal. What was that, like 20 points it went up? Of course, it also uses more mana to do so, but that's okay. I think I want to get the Scorched Zombie next, actually. Maybe we'll try to slow him down a bit, too. Lasts a minute, looks like, for that. That's what it's showing on here, anyway. I'm pretty sure that I haven't disarmed anyone thus far at all. I click disarm a lot. Doesn't do a lot. We have a hardened skeleton on us as well, in case you, like me, didn't notice him there for a minute. Alright, let's slow this guy down a bit too. Also gonna click these boots and the amulet. Although I don't need to, I just feel like refreshing. I don't know if it went off or not. I think it did. Yeah, 35 minutes now. I don't know if the boots. Do I have the boots on? Ah, that's the wrong button. Who knows? Who knows? The hardened skeleton heals pretty well. Now, it might would have been smart to heal up before this battle and get some power back, but apparently smart is not what I'm doing at the moment. Attempts to disarm failed. For some reason, the fight was not turned on. The disarm button does not seem to be something that you can do on auto attack, as far as I can tell. Or if it is, then there's a trick to it that I don't know, which could also be very accurate. I think after we get this guy down, I'm gonna go run into that corner over there where these guys were and try to heal up a little bit. And hey, let's forage while we're here. So I've now got 2 pieces of things from foraging. Ah, it looks like we did eat whatever that fruit was, so that's cool. Let's look at this again. I have just doing each of the abilities on here. I don't know how to tie these to a button clip. I could easily put it on one of the number. Okay. But wait. Could I tie it to something else, maybe? It's on a hotbar that I click regularly. Like, what if I put it with disarm? could put it with disarm, right? Every time I disarm something, it also clicks those. I can go right click and I go to assign macro. And then I would want H2. I see that we're in fight here. Let's quick fight and get back into the divine stance. And then let's just write disarm. The trouble with that is, if I make that as a macro, then I won't see if it's ready to be used again or not. So that's kind of an issue. But it is at least something I'm clicking regularly at the moment. Let's try it. Let's see, it's durability and then disarm. Then we can go to the next bar here and slash durability forage. And or we could just leave it like that for the moment. And just leave this as disarmed macro. Let's see how that goes. Let's try it. Okay. Seems to have worked. Ah, can't try to forage while attacking. So, it doesn't work. Alright, too bad. Let's, help me delete this macro clear. Clear is one thing, but that's not the thing that I want. Alright. We'll click it again to do the disarm, but... Alright, let's see. Let's fix this again. See if we can just clear this. Except, and then let's clear this bar here somehow. Don't know how. We're gonna find out. Long right click. Doesn't work. What if I just drag it off and throw it into the nothingness? That works. Alright. Now, we go not to K, we can go to L. We go to abilities, I think. And then, let's try to find disarm here. Okay, there it is. So, let's long click it and drag it back over here. There we go. All is fixed. Apparently I had somebody behind me to bullet it. And I clicked F instead of D then. As you can see, it doesn't take much to fight these level guys because I'm paying half attention to it during the kills. Alright then. We do have the disarmed guy back on there. Didn't work with forage because you can't be in combat when you attempt to forage. What a shame. In that case, let's click it over here. And we got a pot of water, huh? That sounds like a drinkable to me. Throw it right there. Maybe it's better than whatever I have bought. I still don't have the key to whatever that is. Let's try to root this and see what comes running at us. Ah, nothing. He's all alone over there. He broke his root very quickly. Let's disarm him. Failed again. So, I just cannot go any further until I manage to find whatever key I need for that door. I did have some keys in my bag. Looks like I still do. I've got a splintered wooden key. And I've got a... Well, okay, so I've got 2 splintered wooden keys. I don't know what door that gets me through, but we also have a charred bone key for what that's worth. Oh, and look, another key, another splintered wooden key over there. Interesting. Who knows? Who knows what one can do with those things? We got the footman back up in here and a whole pile of ghouls and whatnot. Let's rip the footman and then go fight a ghoul back here. We'll try disarming him too. Why not? I should have gotten the Theurgist first, probably, but oh well. Attempts to disarm failed. And then we got the footman left, just standing here, all rooted and whatnot. Now I could have just tried to beat him down with some spells from a distance, because I don't know that he can do anything else. He doesn't seem to have any casting that he's doing, as far as I can tell. What's interesting, though, is he has his health bar and he has his power bar. Now, what on earth is the third bar? Oh, maybe that's the endurance bar. Hadn't really determined what the third bar was yet. So maybe we have health, power, and endurance, then level XP, and then AA. Maybe that's what that bar means. Grimfeather says, I think there's a Shadow Knight somewhere that has the keys to open those doors. I've killed the Shadow Knight somewhere in here. I don't know exactly where he was, but I remember seeing him. Probably not up here. He's probably going to be down there. Because I think up here, I'm probably mostly out-leveled at this point, so I'll probably just have to wander around and see if we can run across him. So, this guy is just no good. I don't think I have any way to do anything about his casting stuff. I can do Welcome Sleep, but it won't matter. May as well just hit him with a Spirit Strike and bring him on over. Let's go with the Ice Bone Skeleton first, I think. That was a very poor way to do this fight overall. I'll probably suffer the consequences, but there he is. Let's cast Welcome Sleep on Gynoid there. Gynod? Gynod. Then we may as well do it on this guy as well. And then when it comes back up, I'll do it on the Icebone Skeleton that we're not fighting right now. And there'll be less healing to have to be done, theoretically. And we'll switch back over to beat on this guy. Probably by the time it comes back up again, I'll need to go and cast one Gyno again. And now I better toss on some heals, probably. Grimfeather says he's down below. Yeah, I assumed he probably would be. Getting a little pile on us over there. Grimfeather says, I found a link to a really good set of maps this place if you allow links. Awesome. I don't know that I have links on, but I may be able to allow it if you post it. I might be able to click accept on it. Let's throw the debuff back on Gynot here. So he doesn't hit quite so hard. Well, not so fast. I mean, I guess he hits just as hard. Just not as often. It's looking okay. I think I can just beat him down at this point. Alright, let me see if I can make that show or not. It doesn't seem to be letting me. Let me see if I can do anything, fix that problem. Don't see any way to. See if that works. Try now. I bet you can. Alright, we got a rawhide tunic. Yes, that worked. Excellent. Alright. So let's now... Yeah, there we go. Now we'll undo. Awesome. Effectiveness. We got this. Rawhide tunic plus wing. I think I want to auto merge it. And then move it. Alright. Maybe the Shadow Knight was this way. I don't know. Maybe it's inside that door. Not sure. Apparently did not completely recover during that. I didn't really think about it, honestly. I was just like, oh, I'm ready to go. Sometimes my brain, I wonder about it, if I have one or not, you know, all that. I think I got another AA point there. I'm just going to beat these guys down without doing anything. Probably. Unless more start coming, then you'll have to make better decisions than that. Oh, I'm in front of it instead of being ready to feed it. Had my back to the guy. I was like, ah, why isn't he dying? Man, I'm so non-visual you cannot imagine. Alright, let's switch into recover mode, and let's go into evasive stance just in case we do get attacked by something while regenerating, which is fairly likely. Tremulous has got any interesting AAs. So what I've done with my AAs so far is I did Symphonic Aura all the way up, and then I did, maybe all the way up. Yeah, I think all the way up. And then I also increased my spell slots with the Mnemonic Retention, I think it's called. And so that was a pretty good use of what I had, I think. Let's see what we have right now. I think those were here. Maybe one of them was the mnemonic retention. Maybe not. There it is, yeah. So I have 2 of 5 of those. Maybe I want to get another one now that I have some AA points. I think that's a good idea. Let's train this. Alright. And then I think we have to train it again. Maybe not. Nope, we don't. Never mind, ignore that. I just have to increase the size of this bar. Then remove it a little bit. There we are. So now we have another spot, which means that I can stick some of those things I hadn't stuck on there. And yes, I'm going to do it right here in the middle of everything. I like this Syndra's Chant of BRD. Scissors? I believe so. The trouble is, I think... Oh, I stood up. What a fool I am. Let's try that again. I think I don't have enough of the mnemonic stuff or the symphonic aura to be able to cast all of them. 3, 4, 5. Yes, I don't think. Don't know. I don't think that'll pass. Here we have Gynoc once more coming to say hello. At least I'm in the right stance now. Alright, let's first decrease his attack speed. He's actually going down fairly quickly, so maybe I just want to beat on him. Maybe we want to cast that other stuff on these other guys. Who knows? Let's do Welcome Sleep on him and keep beating on Gynoc. We'll try to disarm him. And then we'll hit buttons badly. And then try to slow that guy down and go back to Gynoc. Grimfeather says ambidextry is a big one too. That sounds like being able to dual wield better, being able to make better use of the two swords. That's just a total guess. I have no idea. Grimfeather says, yep. Let's see here. Restores the mana. This one offers you group protection from poison, disease, and magic. Hold on. This is a bard thing, so it is a song that will be cast, I think. It looks like I need to rebuff. All of my buffs appear to be off. So, what do I not want on this? The real question. This encourages your wounds to heal faster. This encourages your mana to restore faster. This protects the group from poison, disease, and magic. This fills your feet with speed, increasing the movement of your group. I already have some movement things on. I don't know that I need that as well. This one speeds your attacks and raises your armor class and strength. And this one increases strength, dexterity, and armor class improvements. They're the same thing, I think. So, Jonathan's is a higher level version of Chant of Battle, I think. But it looks like Chant of Battle has a little different effect here. It also does dexterity, and I don't see dexterity being increased with Jonathan's Whistling War Song. So while it feels like it's an upgraded version of that, I'm not sure that it actually is. It has the same symbol as though it is. I don't know. Let's go this direction. Oh, Grimfeather says, oh, quick buff. If you don't have it, it's an AA as well. Helps a ton re-adding your buffs. Quick buff. Interesting. Yeah, I don't have whatever quick buff is. I haven't seen that one yet. I don't think, but I do have the spell sets. So yeah, I think I'll probably gonna run into this room to the left, try to get the buffs on in a second. Quick buff. I'll have to look at that and see what it does too. Grimfeather says it's an AA that will cast your entire line of buffs at the same time all at once. 10-minute cooldown. Well, that's pretty cool. Looks like we just got another level there. Level 21. This is odd. If we turn this way, we're seeing into this room over there, where there's apparently a chair. Very strange. I wonder if we do the same thing over here. Will we see into this? Yes. A little bit. Alright, let's try going into here. We can't. We still have no key for that room. What am I thinking? Not much, obviously. And this one opens, but this one is no good. I guess I can do my buffs in here. The named, I think, spawns in here. But that's okay. We'll do it anyway. Alright, so right click here, we've got a load spell set. Buffs. Thank you for the follow. Is it Denate we 812? Is that what it is? Or who knows? We're gonna call you Dan. Alright, let's put these buffs on. And then try to see about that quick buff thing for next time. Do you choose which buffs that you put on with that, or is it just like switching over here and doing it and it just fix it for you? Being attacked at the moment. Don't think I'm too worried about it, so I'm gonna just keep buffing up during this fight. Alright, and then we shall load our adventuring buffs. Or not buffs, adventuring spells. Let's put our boots buff thing back onto speed thing. Let's go ahead and do the foraging as well. And then, V, that's a button you press. Okay, you said it was quick buff. I see quick damage. I wonder what that does. Passive ability reduces the base cast time of direct damage spells that have an initial cast time of 3 seconds or more by 2%. Well, that's interesting. Alright, let's try going to class. I don't see it there. How's about special? No, not there. How about general? General quick buff. There it is. Alright, ability activation. Okay, let's see here. Refresh time 10 minutes. Ability timer 98 seconds. 98. This ability, when activated, will cast all currently memorized beneficial spells on all valid group and raid targets in range for full mana and reagent cost. This ability will continue casting spells even if you have no mana left. That's a problem. Well, I mean, it's not a problem. It's just it's very odd. So, if I put this on, basically, instead of clicking all of these things, I would just quick buff, and it would just cast all of it at once. Is that what that is saying? Now, what is the difference between these rates? I see that it goes up to a maximum of 5 that you can do. Is it only 5 buffs that you can do? Or does it just get better with time? We have some AA points, so could use it for that. I could definitely see why it would be useful. Try it. Try getting one of it for now, right? Are you sure you want to spend? Oh, it costs 5 ability points to train in quick buff. I would only have 2 left if I did that. I think we wait for the moment. Maybe we try it later on. Okay, we got better at forage. And we're attacked. Got a couple of guys on this here. Also, I may have gotten new spells. I don't know. So we hit level 21. Probably got new spells of some kind. I'll probably have to go back to Ogre to try to see if I'm missing any spells. Because somebody told me that not all of the spells were things that automatically go into your spell window or your, I'm not sure what you call it, your spell book. And that some of them you have to buy from merchants. So probably would be a good idea to go check on that at some point. Obviously, still can't go in there yet. Let's head this way. We have the footman once more, but he's not so scary now that he's blue. He's a little scary. Not as scary. So, give him some walking sleep here. Hopefully he didn't resist or anything like that. We'll just assume he didn't. Even blue, he's still pretty gross. I also have been failing to put the disarm button. Still failed. Right, let's go up here. Oh. Yeah. Stunned me and everything. How rude. Alright. Do want to see if that's going right now. Syndra's Chant Clarity. Doesn't look like it. So can I cast it? No, I can't. Anything like that, you can't cast it if you have Symphonic Aura on. So probably I should get rid of the Chant of Battle and just have the Jonathan's Whistling War Song, and then the Cassandra's Chant of Clarity will go off, and we'll get that increasing mana, which will probably be better in the long run than this little bit of dexterity we're getting from Chant of Battle, I would imagine. And then we can put something else there that may be more useful during the fight. Not sure. There are some guys attacking me. I suppose I should probably get them real quick. I wanted to see if I could find that Shadow Knight. I know, it said he was downstairs, but I didn't see him down those stairs. So maybe go a different direction. We got a ration here. That's nice. We'll loot that. All about auto-looted rations. Grandfather says if it's anything like live, you can only keep 5 songs up with melody due to their ability in EQL. So, yes, there is that melody button, and then there's also Symphonic Aura. They seem to work separately. I wonder if I could make a macro here and just have it be melody for that one there. Maybe we could replace well, no, what have I done? Who knows? Okay, I put this bard spells there. Right now I have it saying melody 1, 2, 3. Those are not the ones. But since I don't know which one of them will go off, so what if I said melody 5 and melody 10? Would that work? Who knows? Let's see. Melody 5 and 10. And we'll accept that, and then we'll just try clicking it and see if it works. Do we get another one on there? Doesn't really look like it. Maybe. Let's see. We do have Syndra's Chant of Clarity running. But do we have the Chant of Battle running? One of them might overwrite the other one, right? You would think that might be the case. I don't see it in there. Let's go to combat and see if... Oh. Am I in a fight? No, I'm not in a fight. It's just somebody near me is in a fight. Alright, cool. Yeah, not sure. I don't have anything like track so far. So I can't just find the Shadow Max. Grimfeather says they may have just hard-coded 5 songs into the ability in each UL. Right, in the symphonic aura, you can... It's the 5 that are at the end of the spell, spell gem slots spell bar. It's called a spell bar. Alright, we got the mask. I cannot read it. It's too tiny writing and dark red. Is it the mask when we say +1? Perhaps. Okay, so let's auto store this. Threw it into the Dragon Horde. We didn't find it was a Shadow Knight. We can try pressing the M and getting fine, but it's just going to show us, yeah, that. Nothing useful whatsoever. Strawberry One Kenobi says, is there a limit to how many times you can merge an item? I have no idea. I certainly haven't hit the limit on any of them yet, but I haven't gotten up very high yet either. I feel like 10 is a number that they might like to stop at, but that's just an absolute guess with no reason whatsoever, except that it's a nice round number. Grimfeather says, I think up to +10. That's what I would think. And again, that's just because that's how things often are. My experience. Let's click disarm. And then I suppose I'll be walking to sleep on the footman and then go back to concentrating on who this over here. So, if we have to do without one of these, I would like it to be enchanted by the goes off the list. Looks like my illusion is about to wear off on the skeletons. Fix that real quick. Don't want that to happen. There's not really any point to rooting him and then casting these 2 things, because he's a mage also. But I'm gonna do it anyway. Got our skills up a little bit. Back to our elf skeleton friend here. Still have not run across the Shadow Knight. Sadly. Maybe he's just not up all the time. Not sure. Haven't been able to find a way into that door thus far. Maybe there's a different direction I could go up there that would lead me to the right place. I'm not sure. I haven't done a lot of exploration in here. Alright, let us try to root that guy, I suppose. And then we'll move back. Fizzling is the next important thing to do. Cold-Blooded Killer says, hey, Berserker Bard Shum. Never seen that one. How you liking it? It's been fun. Entertaining, for sure. Also, don't know that I'm... Oh, it's the Will-O-Wisp. What am I doing? Let's get that skeleton instead. Yeah, it's my first guy in Everquest Legends, so I don't really know what I'm doing or anything crazy like that. Just seeing what I can get up to. I let myself get back on the Will-O-Wisp again instead of hitting that other skeleton, which was silly. That's more like it. And we've got a belt pouch. Let's go ahead and auto-store those. No sense in carrying them around, really. The Will-O-Wisps are a little too dodgy, and they take a second to kill. They also seem to sound like mosquitoes to me. Man, I've gotten stuck in these spikes, but I managed to get out. All is well. Okay, probably I should go somewhere a little safer to recover here. Then we'll switch into recover stance, invasive stance. To get back up, let's fish and forage and all that. We got a pot of water. Alright, I like pods of water. That seems good. Cold-Blooded Killer says, I've been watching some streams, so interested in giving it a try. Loved THJ tri-class, playing on an emulator to multi-class now, but not the same. Yeah, for sure. The multi-classing is interesting. I am uncertain how I feel about the loadouts and only having one character. I feel like I probably want to have more than one character just because you can do different, you could get a whole different feel, and plus just, like, say, again, for role-playing purposes to an extent, if you want to call it that, it would just be kind of cool to have one character who's like friends with one group and one character who's friends with another group, and etc. like that. And that would be my preference, I think. But I don't know. We'll see how it goes. And I haven't tried the loadout stuff yet, so maybe it'll be cooler than it feels like. Alright, let's go ahead and reroute that guy, because we don't need him joining the fray. At some point soon, I probably need to check my bags and try to see what new things I should put on. Now that the footman has come along, I'm going to slow down his attacks and pop back over here to finish off this guy. I wonder how resistant he is to things like Tainted Breath. And Spirit Strike. Pretty vulnerable, I would say. Alright. Cold-Blooded Killer says, sorry, just back from ad break. No problem. I should probably hit click the forage thing then and try to get that before I run into this fight. but I can do it after this fight is over just as easily. So I've gotten a few things from Forge now, like 3. It's not too bad. Still can't get in there. Didn't figure I could, but hey, you know, may as well try, right? In fact, I should check and see if I have it set to go to my storage or something silly like that on whatever the key is. Surely not, right? But you never know. Guy knock is here. I think let's... I don't know if he's a caster or not. He's kind of getting beaten up a little bit with the melee, so maybe I'll just stay on him for the moment. Try to finish him off. Room for this says check those maps. It shows you where to get the keys for those rooms. Oh yeah, very cool. Let's see where it was. There's some StevePutts.com. I see. So it has them labeled by their door numbers on this map. Doors 1, 2, and 3, it looks like. So, door 1 is up at the top. We're currently, I think, on door 2 right here. No. The Shadow Knight. Okay, I see. It's got them labeled by, it's got a little dot. Huh, nope, never mind. I have no idea. No idea what this means. Alright, let's go. I think, maybe. Maybe not. I'm not sure it's helping me, Grimfeather. I see kind of... There's a room with a pit, and, I think that might be the room at the top of where we were earlier, over here, but this also may be the top. I'm not sure. Let's see. I think we're on the second. No. We may now be on the first floor. Possible. Going up those stairs, I think, leads us to the first floor, so I'm going to go down here, maybe, down the stairs, and then get my cut with a glue. And so we go down and to the right. But see, that's where the second door is. Okay, so it's across the way from where the door is. That doesn't seem right. Maybe it is. Who knows? I think I'm already lost. Alright, let's see. We went down there, we went out, we went to the right. That should be correct. If I'm on the right floor. Grimfeather says, let me see if I get a bearing where you are. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I think I'm on the second floor, I believe. That's what it looks like. Maybe. And if so, then I've just gone into that first room to the right. I don't know if that's accurate. I don't know if I am on that floor. Maybe I'm not. Let me see. See, the problem, Grimfeather, is I don't know where I am, so That's the issue. I need that you are here, Dot, you know? I think, though, that I might be heading in the right direction, possibly, but I can verify that by going this way and going instead to the left. And let's see, well, hold on. Let's get this footman here. Okay, if this is the stairwell that's being shown on that map, I'm not sure that it is, then we would be able to head out this door and turn to the left. And then turn to the right, and there would be a stairwell there. But I don't know that that is necessarily this stairwell. In fact, it's not, is it? The other one is that stairwell, which would mean this would be the second stairwell. In which case, maybe I need to go up. Go up here. Then there would be, yes, that's that room. Okay. You turn left and go this way, and there would be a room right here. Yes. Okay. Now we go in through here, and there's going to be a Shadow Knight. This way, once we get to like this door, turn here. No, that's no good. Can't turn there. I'm not sure. Not sure I'm on the right floor. Grimfeather says, I think you're on the second floor. Go back into the hallway you were just in. Give me just a moment here to get this skeleton out of the way. The hallway we were just in. So this direction. If I can get around the door, it's a tricky situation. This hallway here. Let's see what's in here. Maybe this is... No. Who knows? Who knows? I'm now lost. No, I think that's right, isn't it? Is it? No. Come on. Maybe I'm on the first floor now. There's one way to find out. This is the first room. Okay. There's this area over here. And that would... Okay, hold on. This might be what leads to the first floor, right? If you go up these stairs, then it leads to the first floor, right? Grimfeather says, down the double stairs with the door at the bottom. Double stairs, he says. I don't know, double stairs. If this is the first one that we just went down, and then if we turned, well, there's no way to turn but left, right? Okay. Surely, I have no idea. Lost. Totally lost. If there's the first floor, you think this is the second floor? I had initially thought so, but now I'm not so sure. Let's see, if we turn here, then go here, where does it lead us? Okay, this would be the trapdoor area, right? The place... No, not this one. It's on the next floor down. It says I'm on the second floor. I believe it. That means the Shadow Knight should be somewhere on this floor. That's all I know. We run around like a chicken with our heads cut off. Feel like we might find it. There's a thaumaturgist. Definitely in the wrong place. But hey, let's kill a thaumaturgist. Yes. Alright, we're gonna get out of combat. So if that's correct, we're on the second floor. We'll go back one room. Then we should be able to get to another, what, hallway type thing somewhere here. Maybe it's this hallway, but if so, I can't. Oh my goodness, I could get through there. So when I tried to get through there on the ogre-sized person before, it didn't let me go in there because it was too big. Obviously, I can go under there with this guy. Super cool. So in that case, when we turn left up here, we should get to the Shadow Knight. Cold-Blooded Killer says so too. I just fell instead. Cool. Well, now, try to get back up to where I was. Okay, so pit, right? That would be the aforementioned pit. Cool. So the Shadow Knight, or the keys are also in there, maybe. But maybe if we went the other way, we could get them too, according to this map. I see 1 and 2 in the pit room. And then I see 1, 2, or 2 and 3 rather, in the other room over there. This is interesting. We have a guy with a light blue name. What does that mean? I have no idea. I suppose I should try to live, also. It's another cool thing one does. Grim Feather, okay, let's see. Cold-Blooded says, now you have to find the 3rd floor Shadow Knight. 1 is behind the invisible wall and to the right. Invisible wall, you say? Now you, okay, Cold-Blooded Killer says that's when I was going to get her to. Well, I do not know what we're talking about here, as far as the invisible wall goes. Perhaps I'll find it in a moment. Who knows? Perhaps I'll die instead. Another option. Let's auto-merge this necklace. Echo Acolyte is like a sky blue. Oh, thank you for the follow, Baltimore. Alright, so, if we've just fallen down the pit, that means we're now on the 3rd floor. And so that's the invisible wall you must be referring to, is where that pink dot is on this map. So if we go out here, I guess I better heal up a little first, huh? Just for a little bit of added fun. Alright, I'll do a couple more heals and then call it good. And keep going. But I do want to do my forage skill in sec 2. There we are. Got better at forage. Great. Alright, so now, if we go out here and go to the left, there should be an invisible wall, I suppose, from what you guys said, somewhere over here. Ho! Very good. Thank you guys. I've never found that. I don't typically just run into walls willy-nilly. Obviously, that's an error on my part. Alright, so we've got a greater dreadbone and a hardened skeleton on us. Let's go ahead and decrease the attack speed on the hardened skeleton and keep beating on the greater dreadbone for the moment. Go ahead and try to disarm him too, not that we can actually do that. Obviously I'm in front of my grave. Let's move back some. Could pull it back into this corridor here, I suppose, just to make things look a little better for everyone. Grimfeather is recommending spinning the camera so I can see them. I don't normally look at them a lot, and so it doesn't even occur to me. I often am looking at the various windows instead. Not that I'm saying that's the right thing to do, I'm just saying that's what I've been doing. Alright, let's go on through this tunnel here. You know what? And I should have even known. I should have known there would be an invisible wall, because there's an invisible wall in Stonehold, kind of. It's not exactly invisible, but So let's do the welcome sleep on this guy. Then switch over to, why did I do that? I don't know. Not reading very well. The guy I did the welcome sleep on is the one that I should be killing instead of the skeleton. But that's alright, we'll do things the wrong way instead. Always good to make things harder than they need to be, right? Let's target the acolyte. Grim Feather says you're on your way. The SK is up and to the right from here. Yes. I see it on the map. So if we'd fallen from the well, probably we would have died when we hit the bottom from just fall damage. Oh, interesting. I wonder if... Okay, there's a few little light blue guys here, and if I zoom in carefully, that light blue is a Shadow Knight. Okay. So, is the light blue coloration meaningful in that it gives you something like that? I don't know. I've never seen that sky blue before a moment ago. Faltor says, have you got your dervish cutthroat rings? I'm gonna go with probably not, but I have no idea. Is it just some jewelry type stuff that I'll have on? If so, in that manner, I have Antique Silver Band +2 and Cutthroat Insignia Ring +1, so that would be one of the Cutthroat rings you're probably talking about. So I have one, but not the other. Alright, looks like we got another level there somehow. Let us go forward toward the potential Shadow Knight. Hopefully, with a Shadow Knight. Level 14 camps in North Row. Yeah, I killed some as I was going through there, but I didn't go after them with any sort of intent. Let's see if we can do something about the Shadow Knight as if we disarm him. Not sure. And then let's switch over. He has a pet, so that's definitely something we want to take care of, methinks. Let's try to kill these other guys real quick, but I also want to heal. And we've got a Bone-Bladed Claymore. Now that is also a Heritage Quest item in Everquest 2. Let's go to Auto Merge and we'll loot it. Toss and heal. We got another key. It's the Smoked Glass key, which you guys have been guiding me to very nicely. And let's put this on auto loot. Now we've got Bronze Knuckles +1. I want to auto store that because obviously it's not for my class. Okay, so that was the only thing back here in this area. May as well go the other way though. Do we need a key every time we open the door, or do we only need one key total for the doors? And as long as we have them in our bags, we're good to go. Not sure. So the third floor is apparently the bottom floor, which again is the same in Stormhold in Everquest 2. There are some differences for sure between these. There is a well in Stormhold that falls down in the same kind of manner as this one. Not so much on the pit, I would say, but with the well. Grimfeather says, I can't remember if one key opens everything or if you need a key for each door. One key does not open everything because certainly I have multiple keys for different types. We got multiple splintered wooden ones. We got the charred bone one now, and we also have this somewhere there's a third kind of key. There it is. Maybe nope, that's the charred bone. We have 2 charred bones, bunch of splintered wood. Oh yeah, there it is. Maybe smoked glass. That's the one we just got. All right, cool. Faltor says, oh, cold-blooded killer says glass is 3rd floor. Faltar says if you go to North Row at say level 28, do North Row at level D4, difficulty 4. Between farming the 2 camps, you could have 2, 8 AC, 7 DES. Is that what is it dexterity? DES. Oh, no. No idea. Not sure. In no time, not Laura. Oh, but it says nice. There you go. Thank you. Bone is second, and Splinter is first, and third is glass. Very nice. Good to know. Okay. Now we're going back. And we found an arisen thaumaturgist, and he feels like the one to target. Oh, wait. We got a priest in there. Hold on. Priest is the target. Alright. Now, let's knock him off. Then we go for the thaumaturge next. Alright. Now, we can loot this blackened wand. Let's go ahead and auto-store it. So again, it's something that I can't use. Getting the thaumaturgist knocked out fairly quickly. It's pristine studded leather bracer +1 over here. Let's go to auto-merge and then loot it. And, Faltor says 7 dex. Okay, so it was dexterity. I was like, man, I'm missing something. It takes about 30 minutes to do, sure. I can see the advantage to it. I just, no, just doing the exploration at the moment. But I get what you're saying. Sure. Good info. Who was he in a fight with? He was in a fight with somebody. Armageddon. Level 100? No, that can't be right. Armageddon 100. I'm looking at my own thing here, and I don't know what it means. Does anyone know what Armageddon 100 means? Is it... No idea. Alright. Onward. We got a ghoul to attack. Alright, now, I suppose, probably, I need to go back to where we were before. If we're on the 3rd floor, now it looks like there's another place we could have gotten the keys in here as well. It's got the 1, 2, and 3, but it's after that door. Now that's interesting. No idea. Where am I? Alright. The blue seems to be meaningful. And if we go and look at it, it says it's Shadownet, so that's where we were before, I suppose. He's already back up. More interesting. Let's auto-store this. But it won't let it. It says, no, you cannot store it. Okay, well, I suppose we looted it. Davey says, are you gonna have to pay for this extra beta? Yes, there will be a fee. I don't know what it'll be. As far as I know, there will be. I would assume that it'll be similar to the normal fee that you would pay, but I don't know, and I don't know, don't know anything more than presuming, right? Davey says sort of emulation from past server, guess part emulation. So, this is they call it Everquest Reimagined is what they said. So basically you are they took the code from Request 1, and then they changed up the code to be sorry, trying to find where I'm at here, to be more casual friendly and solo friendly. And there's that Shadow Knight again. Let us kill him. And then also added the multi-classing and some other quality of life features that I'm not sure what were. Davey says sort of like Legends was that came out 2003. I think this is Legends. Was there another Legends that you're referring to? Grim Feather says $20 for initial game will cover first month. Pre-order starts next week. Does it? That's awesome. And let's see. Yeah. Bronze Claymore, we can merge and then go ahead and loot. I think. Maybe not. No room in my inventory, what a shame. Alright. Let's see here now then. Looks like I'm gonna have to fall back to Ogre soon. Actually, I can go to the equipment tab and throw some of this stuff in there. So, what you do is, you go to the inventory screen. You go to key rings, and then you go to equipment. Now, we have room for a little bit of gear. Not a whole lot. 19 pieces left to put stuff in. So, let's throw in things that we aren't needing right now. We got the cloth pants. They're 4 AC. The ones we have on are also 4 AC. Throw them, so we actually, for sure, want to throw the gossamer robes in. Because there's no need whatsoever for us to have that with glasses that I am, right? We got the rawhide wristbands. Those are obviously for your wrist. They are AC of 6. What do we have on? Woven wristbands. We also have an AC of 6. Okay. Rawhide gorget +2, AC of 5. That is for the neck. I think that's going to be better than what I have for my neck, which is this cloth choker. Even though it's in the wrong slot, it's really for my neck. You guys don't know this. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, cloth choker was AC of 3. And where's the thing we had? Rawhide gorget. Yes, let's do that. And put it in the slide down here. David says, if you read Wiki was Legends server a while in the past, I was playing queue at the time because it took a lot of people also. Yes. There are definitely a lot of people on at any given time. Alright, let's see. We have a small box. I thought I had thrown those into the storage, but I bet my storage was full, and so it wouldn't go there. Let's see, we got a bronze rapier. That's definitely not as good as what we got. We got the gold ring +2, which also is basically nothing. Copper ring +4, stamina of 5. It's interesting. It has an AC of 3. No, sorry. It has a stamina of 5, nothing else. No AC whatsoever on it. Do I want that on? I don't know that I do right now. Probably. But I'll just keep it there. I can't put the small box in. I could just drink the ale, but it might make me a bit tipsy. Put the leather boots over here, though. We've got a platinum ring with an utility of 5, which is cool, but it's another thing kind of like this one here that gives a stat boost without any AC. Kind of think I want the AC at the moment, just for survivability's sake. The mallet heads, I don't know what to do with. I have no idea what they are. So, leave them alone for now. I think what I'm going to do is go a little ways further along and then call to my home city. We're going to pick, actually I may not go any further along, I may just pick this stuff up. Let's do auto merge. Okay, I do have that selected, so then we'll loot. Let's auto merge this cape. That looks like a nice cape. And we'll loot that, and then we have the smoked glass key, which, I mean, I had been doing auto store. Now I'm not sure if, or auto loot rather. I'm not really sure if that's a wonderful idea. I'll click auto loot. But I don't know that ultimately that's the right decision if we only need one of the keys. Alright, we're gonna kill this Shadow Knight again, and then I'm gonna call off to Ogre. And take a bit of a break, I think. Or maybe we'll get killed again. Who knows? So I am not kidding. Let's turn that back on. And the boots. All the buffs came off. The Will-O-Wisp is very frustrating because he sounds like a mosquito. Let's see if we can attack now. There we go. That's more like it. My altitude was a little bit off. The elevation, not right there. Alright. Gonna be out of the room in a second anyway. We've got some troll parts. I definitely want to auto store those guys. And then we've got the smoked glass key over here. That again, I'll just move it. Let's see here. Davey says 76 War and Drinnel still IP. Always like the RPG stuff. You're pretty good at narration. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Gotta put my loquaciousness to use somehow, right? Davey says, gotta go though. We'll talk. /waves. Absolutely, Davey. It was nice seeing you. I'll be taking off here pretty soon as well. I just want to kill these guys and then head off to Ogre. Now, I think that I can cast this spell called Origins, and I don't know where it is, but we're gonna try to find it. It's let's try. It's not navigations. Maybe it's actions. Maybe that's where I found it before. It's called Origin, and maybe I can stick it on my hotbar now that I have a hotbar made for things like that. So, I want to use it, but I also want to throw it over there. I didn't actually mean to click it. I didn't even know you could click it from this window. So that's new information as far as I'm concerned. I'm going to drag it over here where I can see it. Excellent. I think it worked. And so theoretically, I'll be able to go and do some banking and some selling and things like that next time I get on. And then have some room in my bags of Dragon's Hoard and all of that lovely stuff. For now, though, I think I'm going to take off, have a break, probably get some supper, things like that. And I should hopefully see you guys later on. If you're not following me yet, be sure to follow me and turn on the notifications so that you can see the next time that I go live. Goodbye for now, everybody.